Hi everybody. Welcome back to my channel, and today is what is the point of a YouTube gun channel? And I'm also going to make a video of what's the point of a Facebook group, gun group. Okay, what is the point? Well, when I first started buying firearms, I was very heavily reliant on, studying first, because guns, let's face it, they are not inexpensive. They can cost quite a bit of money, anywhere from, say, usually at least $200 to easily 2,000 or even more. But anyways, I take for example this gun. All right, this gun, you can see it does not have a barrel bushing. Okay, so and this is the Colt Defender, and maybe you own one, but maybe you're looking to purchase one, and everybody thinks mine's ugly with these grips apparently. Um, if you like these grips, go ahead and hit that like button, or you could hit it either. Those of you who don't like these grips, go ahead and hit that like button. Anyways, let me back on subject. If you're looking to buy the Colt Defender, let's say you know about bull barrels, and you know about the paperclip trick, or the why you stick a wire in there. That's way beyond the scope of this video, but in order to get it apart to clean it, okay? So maybe when you see something like this, you're like, well, you know what? I only want to, this is how I feel about it. I only want to buy a 1911 that has a barrel bushing, because I don't want to go through the hassle with bull barrels of trying to do the takedown. But if you watch a review on this gun, you're going to find out that this one doesn't have the hole in it where you have to do the paper clip or tool or any sort of trickery. Okay, this one, it's fairly straightforward on the takedown, and knowing that might make you more compelled to buy this, or it could be the otherwise. Maybe you love the bull barrels. But anyways, that's between here nor there. That's just one of many, many reasons why you might be reliant on watching YouTube videos. Maybe you want to know, did I have a lot of jams with this gun? Because you don't want to spend the, $700 to $900 for a gun that's going to be problematic. Maybe you want to know about Colt's customer service. If you did have a lemon, let's say, because apparently most manufacturers have one here or there, and most of the manufacturers don't have very many. I don't want to name any bad names in the gun industry, but there are some of the bottom feeders that tend to have a few more problems. But with these Colts, I mean, you shouldn't have very much trouble, as far as I've experienced and as far as the reviews that I've seen. But anyways, you might want to know the weight of a gun, and yet the manufacturer's not listing it. I've had to do that. Watch a review after review after review. Maybe 10 different reviews where somebody finally had a scale and they weighed it up. But anyways, whether it be a spec on a gun that you can't seem to find on the internet, so you're watching YouTube videos, the point is the reviews. That's all of it to me. And I think, gun manufacturers, I don't know what the legalities are about advertising, but it seems like you don't see advertisements out there unless it's in a gun magazine. So I think there are people, not myself, that are, making deals. They're either getting paid, or they're getting to do a free trial on a gun that's not even released yet, because it means free advertising for, whether it be Colt or Smith and Wesson or Glock or whoever. And so some of these reviews you have to be very careful about, because some of them, you'll notice, they never say anything bad. Like, I can't even believe it sometimes. For example, I have owned a couple Kel-Tecs, okay? And nothing about Kel-Tecs. I mean, they're a very innovative company. But some of them that are dual action only, double action only triggers with hammer fire, and it has a non-exposed hammer. And what they do is, okay, you pull the trigger, and that pulls the hammer back and then releases it, okay? But it's not an external hammer like this. They're internal. And what I'm talking about is like the P3AT or the P32 or even the PF9. And I've owned some of these, and that trigger is just garbage. Okay, I mean, I'm just gonna say it. Now, it doesn't mean that necessarily you don't want the firearm. It doesn't make the firearm not reliable. Probably the opposite. Or maybe it's just a cheaper way to manufacture it, and then it's just an inexpensive firearm. Either way, the point is if you don't like hard trigger pulls, you're not going to like that gun. And that's some information that you might want to know ahead of time, but I've actually watched some of these guys that I know are getting paid to do the reviews say, and the trigger's awesome, and that's just a flat out lie. What are you comparing it to? Even revolvers typically have better triggers in double action mode than these DAO super cheap. And let me throw a good name out there too, just so you can see that it's not just a Keltec thing, but Ruger's original LCP, not the LCP2. I haven't owned that, so I couldn't tell you. You'd have to watch a review on it. But its trigger was garbage. All right, but yeah, I'll watch a review and somebody will say, and the trigger's pretty decent, not gritty, nice and smooth. Well, it might not be gritty, but it's awful. Okay, let's just face it, it's awful. So that's what you could get out of these YouTube videos. Now, I've only got 50 subscribers, somewhere around 50 as of today, and you have to have over 1,000 to make money. So to me, it's just, this is my hobby, and I love guns. I love firearms. And so doing the reviews is just kind of a way to give back for all the reviews that I've gotten, and I've just really enjoyed watching. I get really excited when somebody I'm subscribed to comes out with a new review, and I'm not real long gun heavy. I don't have a lot of, ARs and AKs and bolt action rifles and stuff, but handguns. I'm a handgun guy. You'll see I do a lot of different reviews on handguns. I like figuring out some excuse of why I need to get another one, and then I do a review on it. And all the reviews I have are guns that I either own now or have owned. And believe it or not, I've not really been in the hobby that long, no more than 3 years. I mean, this is 2020, but I have been in it to where this is kind of what I study every day. I'm reading up, I'm studying up, I'm out at the range, I'm watching reviews, and anyways, so the YouTube videos are just a way to really soak in some information, get information that from people that have the firearms that you might have an interest in, and maybe you may not have an interest in it after you watch a couple of reviews. I've found that too. I'll watch a review and I'll be like, wow, I was going to buy that, but not after I learned that. So it's really helpful to avoid, because guns are really something that, while they do seem to hold their value pretty well, you can definitely get maybe 70% of your money back or better when trying to resell, but they're also not easy to resell, simply because the legalities surrounding it. Facebook won't let you put a gun for sale there. So, you're limited to arms list, or taking it to the gun store and either putting it on consignment, I found is a really good way, or you just flat out, what will you guys give me for it? And that's the fastest way, but you may not get that much money back for your firearm. So a lot of that could be avoided simply by watching a lot of reviews. So that's why I do this. It's just a great way to share with the gun community my experiences with my firearms, and also getting back a lot of information about firearms that I'm, potentially looking to get a good deal on, or, ones that maybe even haven't hit the market yet, and watching them guys go to SHOT Show, which is every year. That's when they come out with their new concepts, but whether they actually make it to the market or not, that remains to be seen. And you can definitely have an idea what might be coming from watching the SHOT Show, and then you can start looking for the reviews, because usually that's what's going to happen is the guys that are paid to do reviews, the big people like, let's say, Hickok 45, or I don't know. There's a bunch of them out there that maybe that I'm not going to say the Yankee Marshal, because I know he doesn't partake in a whole lot of that. He even says it on his channel that he's not going to do a review just because somebody might offer him a free gun, because he feels like it might tempt him to be a little bit on that dishonest side. And that's what I'm saying is, you need to know who's going to flat out tell you, hey, this gun, the trigger's awful, or I have had these misfeeds, these issues, versus somebody that you've watched a lot of the reviews and they've never said anything bad. It's a big hint that they're basically just a commercial. All right, so what I'm suggesting, I guess, from my experience is, avoid taking the commercial people as a testimony for whether the firearm is good or bad. Now, they're still good, because I'm not trying to discount those people, because they do show you a lot of the features. They have a great memorization. I mean, shoot, I've stumbled on some of my specs and got them wrong or something in my video, but at least you know I'm being honest about how I feel about that firearm, whether it's its reliability or its performance, or where is it rough around the edges, where does it excel. All right, I think I've rambled on possibly way too long about the YouTube channel. So you guys have a great night, and maybe look forward to my What's the Point of a Facebook group video coming right up.